In this video, let us compare the Motorola Moto E second generation and Lenovo A6000 Plus. Both of these smartphones are available at the same price point, and both of these are available online and on the same website. And also both of these smartphones are from the same company. Right now Lenovo owns Motorola Moto E, a Motorola company in whole. So now let's see the differences. When it comes to looks of these two smartphones, I feel that the Motorola Moto E second generation looks beautiful when compared with the Lenovo A6000 Plus. Now moving to the size. The size of Lenovo A6000 Plus is more than the size of Motorola Moto E second generation. There is almost a difference of 0.5 inches. Since the bezels of Motorola Moto E second generation are very less, the size of the Motorola Moto E second generation feels way smaller than when compared with the Lenovo A6000 Plus. The bezels on Lenovo A6000 Plus adds to the size of it. Now moving on to the thickness, the Motorola Moto E second generation is a thick smartphone. When you see it to its counterpart, that is the Lenovo A6000 Plus, it is a thin smartphone. And not just that, the Motorola Moto E second generation is also a heavy smartphone when compared to the Lenovo A6000 Plus. And this is something that you have to keep in mind. The size is less, but still it is thick and heavy. In case of Lenovo A6000 Plus, the size is more but light. And now let's move to the display on these two smartphones. As you can see, the display on Motorola Moto E second generation is normal, when the display on the Lenovo A6000 Plus is HD and IPS. This adds to the sharpness of the video, which is add to the sharpness of the display, and that gets you a lot beautiful screen. In this case of Motorola Moto E second generation, I won't say that the display is bad, because as you can see, it is not dull at all. In fact, all icons are visible as if it is an HD display. But still the Lenovo A6000 Plus has a better display in this case. Both of these smartphones are quad core, and both of these smartphones have 1 GB of RAM, and one smartphone has 2 GB of RAM. Slip of tongue there. The Lenovo A6000 Plus has 2 GB of RAM. When you look at the Motorola Moto E second generation, it has 1 GB of RAM only. And I will repeat it once again. The Lenovo A6000 Plus has 2 GB of RAM, and this adds to the performance of Lenovo A6000 Plus. Does it? No, not at all. The Motorola Moto E second generation performs faster than Lenovo A6000 Plus when it comes to the navigation, and when it comes to gaming, definitely the Lenovo A6000 Plus is better than the Motorola Moto E second generation, but that is slightly. The performance of Motorola Moto E is a winner here in this case. Yes, I'm saying that the performance, the CPU performance, the RAM performance is more than the performance of Lenovo A6000 Plus. Of course, in benchmarks, when you do the benchmarking, the Lenovo A6000 Plus wins. But still, when you use it manually, when you use it simultaneously, side by side, you will notice that the performance, the touch, the navigation, it's faster on Motorola Moto E second generation when compared with the Lenovo A6000 Plus. This is one thing that is good on Motorola Moto E second generation. When it comes to the camera, forget the camera of the Motorola Moto E second generation. I don't even want to mention it, but still I have to mention it because I am comparing the specification. Yeah, that's right. Now the camera on the Motorola Moto E second generation is merely 5 megapixel, and it does not have HD video capture capacity, and the front camera is just namesake. It is just 0.3 megapixel, and that too it does not have a LED flash. In the case of Lenovo A6000 Plus, it's a feature rich smartphone. So when it comes to camera, yes, the Lenovo A6000 Plus is a winner in this case. Now let's move to the audio. Of course, the audio is cool on the Motorola Moto E second generation. The speakers are front, it is impressive. The audio won't get blocked when you keep this smartphone on any surface. But in case of Lenovo A6000 Plus, as soon as you keep this smartphone on a flat surface, forget it, you won't even hear anything unless you are in 3 meters of radius with the smartphone. You will hear this phone ringing, while in this case in Motorola Moto E second generation, you don't have to be that much near with the smartphone, but people keep their smartphone in the pockets only, so that should not also be a problem. But in terms of battery, both of these smartphones have similar amount of battery. Both of them have 33 mAh battery, and when it comes to battery backup, the Motorola Moto E second generation has an edge in this case. The battery on Lenovo A6000 Plus just drains very quickly, and in case of Motorola Moto E it is not the case. So now I have to add one more thing, and it is the internal storage. The internal storage on the Motorola Moto E second generation is 8 GB, and the internal storage on Lenovo A6000 Plus is 16 GB, and in this case also Lenovo A6000 Plus wins. So it has been a tie. In some places Motorola Moto E is different, in some cases the Lenovo A6000 Plus wins, and this is the case between both these two smartphones. Now one more thing that I have to add is that both of these smartphones have 4G capacity. So if you want to save money, you can buy 3G smartphone when it comes to Motorola Moto E second generation, but in case of Lenovo A6000 Plus, all you have is a 4G variant. So in this case, like I have said, it depends upon what you need. If you need size, go with the Lenovo A6000 Plus. Along with size, you also get the camera, you also get the what you can say HD display, and you also get the thin and less weight smartphone. But when it comes to Motorola Moto E, the size is 4.5 inch. It is pocketable smartphone, and then when it comes to performance, there is no match at all. When it comes to audio quality, there is no match at all. So in this case, for performance, go for Motorola Moto E second generation, and even then the performance is not much different. You have to go to the laboratory to test the difference in the performance. This is how much I can say about these two smartphones. So for me, the pick will always be Lenovo A6000 Plus, because like I have said, it's not you won't notice the difference unless you use both the smartphones simultaneously. So for that, I'll go with Lenovo A6000 Plus in this case. If you need a compact smartphone, then you can go with the Motorola Moto E second generation. So this is it, guys. This was my review of these two smartphones. It was my comparison between these two smartphones. This is it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll meet next